What is inside my gym bag? I'm going to be going over all of the things that are contained in my gym bag in order from least favorite to favorite. And we're first going to start with a pair of 2014 Nike Hyperdunks. Now, why do I have a shoe from 2014 in the year 2019? Well, because I bought these about 2 years ago and I needed a new all purpose shoe, and so these were going for pretty cheap, and I just decided to get them. These I only really use now if I'm doing cardio or jump training, but I don't really do either of those anymore. I was going to do jump training, but my gym didn't have boxes. And so, yeah, these are almost useless now. And yeah, just forget I have these. Next, I have wrist straps. And I used to love these when I used to actually love the bench. And now I love the squat. So things have changed. So I've had these for around 3 years. And yeah, I somehow get into a habit of losing wrist wraps. I got this pair and then I lost them. And then I bought an even thicker pair and I lost those, but found these when I was cleaning out my old car before I got the 2017 Civic. And so I still, for some reason, have these. And I haven't really lost them permanently yet. But I used to use these a lot, but ever since I switched to Bulldog Grip, I've been trying to avoid using these. But once I start benching heavy, I probably should start using them just for longevity purposes. A lot of the items that I use are for longevity purposes and because I want to lift when I'm 50 years old. So to put on the wrist wrap, I do one wrap on top of the wrist, and then I do one wrap under the bottom of the wrist, and there's one wrist wrap on. For the next one, there's one, and then there's another one. And so these don't really add any weight to your bench. All they really do is support your wrists. So if you're benching and you have a lot of weight on the bar, or you're low bar squatting, then you can use these. I've low bar squatted for 3 years and I've used these on and off, but recently I haven't really been using them. So the next item are the knee sleeves. I use these a hell of a lot more than I use the wrist straps. And so for these ones, I use them to protect my knees, to keep my knees warm, and for just longevity reasons. I hear a lot of people who don't like using equipment, but then they end up stop lifting like after they're 30 years old. But I don't want that to happen to me. I want to lift for as long as possible. I use these for every squat workout, and then when I move on to the deadlift, I keep these on and then pull my socks up because I'm too lazy to buy deadlift socks. So knee sleeves, another piece of equipment. We're starting to get into the equipment that I actually like, and the knee sleeves are the first one. The next piece of equipment are my lifting shoes. I used to call these my squat shoes, but I basically use these for squats and I use these for bench. And the reason why I use these for bench is because I bench with flat feet and I want to try and put as much surface area to the ground as possible. And if you notice here, the heel is elevated, and so this will help you if you have poor ankle mobility and you're doing like a high bar squat or something. I probably should have switched to flats because I noticed that these actually cause me to sort of move the weight towards my toes, but you know, I'm still fine with these. It's not that big of an issue that I have to buy flats, but yeah, if you have poor ankle mobility, these are for you. These are Adidas Powerlifts 2.0, and I bought these 3 years ago. And so these were the third piece of equipment that I bought after the wrist straps and the knee sleeves. I bought the wrist straps first, and then I bought the knee sleeves, and then I bought these shoes. And so this is coming off a little bit. The sole is coming off a little bit, but I super glued it back to it so that I can use it for longer. And this is a reason for me not to buy a new pair of shoes when I really don't have to. So these are a solid shoe. There aren't very many of this specific model left in any stores, but if I find one, then I'll leave it in this description below. I'll leave links to all these items in the description. Finally, we have my number one favorite item inside my bag, my lifting belt. So this was the most recent piece of equipment I bought, and the reason for this is because actually I wasn't supposed to buy these. Like originally I didn't want to buy these because I pretty much squatted in socks for a while, but I got yelled at in gym class when I came back to school after the following summer, so I bought these. But this was probably the best investment I made. This is an Inzer Forever lifting belt. It's the lever belt. You can get this in a prong, but I prefer the lever because when you're ready to squat or deadlift, you can latch the lifting belt on, and then when you're done, you can just flip it off and basically have this sit on your torso while you're waiting for your next set. So this is really nice because it's thick, so you get a lot of core support, and it allows you to involve your core a lot more because you're actively pressing it against a thick material. And I know a lot of people who hate using lifting belts, but in my opinion, you can overload your leg muscles and you can work your core at the same time by using this. And people say, oh, you're going to add weight to your squat. Well, the reason for that is because you use more muscle mass. And it makes most sense to me to use the most muscle mass to get the weight up. And so that's what this allows you to use. Plus, Inzer has a forever guarantee, so if this ends up breaking, then you can send it back and they'll send you a new one. So anyway, that's pretty much it in my lifting bag. The lifting bag that I do use as my screwdriver falls out, I have a screwdriver so I can adjust the lever belt if needed. I have this Under Armour belt, and there goes my phone. I can't seem to find like the model on here. Oh, the Storm 1. I got this duffel bag in 2015, I believe, either 2015 or 2016. And yeah, this has been my lifting bag for a while, and I'm glad I got it. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.